Peter Parker stands in his workshop holding a glowing shard that hums with golden light. Doctor Strange warned him it could open a door to a dying world where gods have fallen and grace has shattered. Peter knows someone there needs help, and he cannot turn away. He presses the shard into the breach device, and reality tears open like paper. The golden wound swallows him whole. Then, Act 1, Arrival in the Rot Lands. Peter falls through a tunnel of light and crashes into red sand. He rolls to his feet, coughing. The sky above him glows wrong. A massive golden tree towers in the distance, so tall it seems to hold up the clouds. Its branches are bare and dying. The air tastes like copper and ash. He stands in a desert of scarlet dunes. The sand is not sand, it is rot. Peter's spider sense screams. He spins and sees them coming over the ridge. Dogs, giant dogs with too many legs and mouths that split open sideways. Their skin drips with red fungus. There are 12 of them, and they are fast. Peter fires webbing at the first dog. The web line sticks, but the rot eats through it in seconds. The web dissolves into black smoke. He leaps high, flipping over snapping jaws. His feet find a dead tree, and he wall crawls up the trunk. The dogs slam into the base. The tree shakes, but holds. Okay, new rule. Webbing does not work on the scary rot dogs. He cannot stay here. Beyond the dogs, he sees smoke rising from buildings. People live there. The dogs are heading that direction. Peter takes a breath and jumps. He lands on the lead dog's back. It bucks and screams. He punches down hard into its skull. Bone cracks. The dog collapses. The pack turns on him. And Peter moves like water. He ducks under snapping teeth. He sweeps legs out from under lunging bodies. His fists blur. Each hit breaks bone. Each kick sends a dog tumbling, but there are so many. Claws rake across his shoulder. Pain blooms hot. His suit tears. Blood runs down his arm. The spider sense fires again. Peter backflips as a dog twice the size of the others crashes through the pack. This one has antlers made of bone, and its eyes glow red. It roars, and the sound shakes the ground. Peter lands in a crouch. His shoulder throbs. The big dog charges. Peter waits. His sense tells him when to move. He sidesteps at the last instant. The dog barrels past. Peter grabs an antler and swings himself up onto its neck. He wraps his legs tight and punches down into the base of its skull. Once, twice, 3 times. The bone gives. The dog's legs fold. It crashes face first into the red sand and does not move. The other dogs stop. They stare at him. Peter stands on the corpse, breathing hard. Blood drips from his shoulder. He points at the dog. Go, leave these people alone. The dogs slink backward. They turn and run into the wastes. Peter watches them go. Then his legs give out. He sits down hard on the dead dog. His shoulder feels like fire. The rot is spreading into the wound. He can see black veins creeping across his skin. Hoof beats. Peter looks up. Riders in heavy armor approach from the settlement. They carry spears and shields marked with a golden tree. The leader stops 10 feet away. She lifts her visor. Her face is young, but her eyes are old. You fought the Rot Hounds. You killed the Alpha, but you are bleeding, and the rot has you. Peter stands. His vision swims, but he stays upright. I heal fast, usually. Is everyone in the town safe? The knight narrows her eyes. The town stands. You are not from the lands between. Your grace is strange. You do not glow with gold. What are you? I am someone who helps people. That is all you need to know. Another rider pushes forward. This one wears white robes marked with 2 fingers raised in blessing. His face is hidden behind a silver mask. Commander Ilara, this one reeks of foreign divinity. He has no great rune, no guidance of grace. He is either a tool of an outer god, or a fool stumbling through a door he should not have opened. Peter feels the judgment in the words. He has heard that tone before. People who think they know what is right, and everyone else is wrong. I came here because someone needs help. If that makes me a fool, then fine. I am a fool. Now can someone tell me how to stop this rot before it kills me? Ilara dismounts. She pulls a silver flask from her belt. Drink. It is a blessing of the Erd tree. It will slow the rot, but you must come with us. The scholars will want to see you. The priests will want to question you. And if you are a threat, we will put you down. Peter takes the flask. The liquid inside glows faint gold. He drinks. It tastes like honey and light. The black veins stop spreading. The pain in his shoulder fades to a dull ache. He hands the flask back. Thank you, lead the way. They ride for an hour. Peter walks beside Ilara's horse. His shoulder still hurts, but he can move his arm. The town appears ahead. It is built into the side of a cliff. Stone walls rise 30 feet high. Wooden homes cluster inside. People watch from the walls as the group approaches. They see Peter, and they whisper. The gates open. Peter steps inside. The town is called Redmane Crossing. Ilara explains that it sits on the edge of Kylid, the Rot lands. The people here are survivors. They fight the Rot every day. They lose people every week. They are tired. Ilara takes Peter to a command hall built into the cliff face. Inside, maps cover the walls. Wooden markers show troop positions and monster sightings. A man in scorched armor stands over the largest map. His face is a ruin of burn scars. He looks up as they enter. Commander Ilara, you return with a stranger. Explain. Ilara salutes. Captain Jeren, this one killed the Rot Hound Alpha and scattered the pack. He took a wound but survived. He claims he came here to help. Jeren walks around the table. He studies Peter with one good eye. You do not look like much, but the Alpha has killed 20 of my soldiers. If you put it down, then you have my respect. What is your name? Peter Parker. Some people call me Spider-Man. Spider-Man. Strange name. Can you fight more than dogs? Peter nods. I can fight whatever you need me to fight. Jeren almost smiles. Good. Because in 3 hours a war band of Cleanrot Knights will march on this town. They serve General Radahn's mad remnants. They want to spread the rot to the clean lands beyond. We have 200 soldiers. They have 500. We will lose unless the Erdtree sends a miracle. The masked priest steps forward. Captain, this one is not a miracle. He is an anomaly. We should bind him until the scholars arrive. Jeren waves a hand. Bind him later. Right now I need every fighter. Spider-Man, can you kill knights in heavy armor? Peter thinks about the dogs, about the rot eating his webbing, about how tired he already feels. Yes, but I need to know what I am fighting. What is a Cleanrot Knight? Jeren points to the map. Soldiers who served the goddess of rot before she fell into slumber. They are walking corpses held together by faith and fungus. Their armor is rusted, but their swords are sharp. They feel no pain. They do not stop. And if they cut you, the rot spreads fast. Peter's stomach tightens. Zombies, rot zombies in heavy armor. Great. Okay, I can work with that. Do they have a leader? A knight commander called Finley. She wears gold and crimson. She will be at the center of the warband. Kill her, and the rest may scatter. Peter nods. His mind is already building a plan. I will need high ground, and something to use as a trap. Do you have oil, ropes, anything that burn? Jeren's scarred face splits into a grin. I like you, Spider-Man. 2 hours later, Peter stands on the wall. The sun is setting. The sky bleeds red and orange. In the distance he sees the warband coming. They march in perfect lines. Their armor glows dull red in the fading light. They do not chant, they do not shout, they just march. Ilara stands beside Peter. She has given him a spear and a shield. Peter has never used a spear, but he is a fast learner. You should be afraid, Ilara says quietly. Most men see a Cleanrot warband and they run. Peter watches the knights get closer. I have fought worse, not by much, but worse. What could be worse than soldiers who cannot die? Peter thinks about Thanos, about the snap, about holding Tony's daughter at the funeral. People who can die but choose to hurt others anyway. The warband stops 200 feet from the wall. A knight in gold and crimson steps forward. Her armor is covered in flowering rot. Her sword is taller than Peter. She raises it high. Redmane Crossing, you harbor clean grace in rot lands. This is an insult to the goddess. Surrender or burn. Jeren steps up beside Peter. He cups his hands and shouts back. Finley, you serve a sleeping god. We serve the living. Come and try to take our walls. Finley lowers her sword. The warband charges. Peter's spider sense explodes. He sees the attack pattern in his mind. The knights will hit the gate with a ram. Archers will provide cover. Climbers will scale the walls. It is a good plan. It will work unless someone disrupts it. Peter jumps off the wall. He falls 50 feet and lands in a roll. The knights see him. They adjust. 20 soldiers break off and charge at Peter. He runs at them. His sense guides every step. He slides under the first sword swing. He springs up and kicks the knight in the chest. The armor dents. The knight staggers, but does not fall. Peter grabs the knight's arm and flips over his shoulder. He uses the momentum to hurl the knight into two others. They crash down in a heap. More knights close in. Peter moves faster. He hits joints and weak points. He sweeps legs. He punches through rusted metal, but the knights keep getting up. A sword cuts across his back. Peter gasps. The wound burns. He feels the rot trying to take hold. He pushes it down. He cannot stop. Stopping means dying. He sees Finley. She is pushing through the warband toward him. Her sword gleams. Peter runs at her. Knights try to block his path. He jumps over them. He wall runs along a siege tower. He leaps and comes down fist first at Finley. She raises her sword. Peter twists in the air. The blade misses by inches. He lands beside her and punches at her head. She catches his fist in her gauntlet. Her grip is iron. She pulls him close. You are strong, stranger, but strength means nothing against faith. She slams her forehead into Peter's face. His vision goes white. He tastes blood. She throws him 10 feet. He hits the ground hard, gets up slow. His head rings. Finley walks toward him. You cannot save them. The rot is inevitable. The goddess dreams of a world where all things decay equally. That is true grace. Peter spits blood. Grace is not watching people suffer. Grace is fighting to protect them, even when it is hard. Finley swings her sword. Peter dodges left. The blade cuts the ground and leaves a trench. She swings again. Peter rolls under it. He is bleeding from a dozen cuts. His suit is shredded, but his sense is still sharp. He waits for the opening. Finley overextends on a thrust. Peter sidesteps and grabs the blade. The rot metal cuts his palms, but he holds on. He yanks hard. Finley stumbles forward. Peter drives his knee into her faceplate. The metal crumples. She reels back. Peter does not give her time. He hits her again and again. Each punch dents armor. Each kick breaks straps. Finley swings wild. Peter ducks and drives his fist into her chest plate. His hand punches through. He feels something inside crack. Finley goes still. Impossible, she whispers. You bear no great rune. Peter pulls his hand free. Finley falls to her knees. Then she collapses forward and does not move. The warband stops. The knights stare at their fallen commander. Then they turn and march away. They do not run. They just leave. Peter falls to his knees. His hands are bleeding. His back is on fire. The rot is spreading again. He hears Ilara shouting orders. Soldiers rush out to collect the dead. Hands lift Peter. They carry him inside. He wakes in a stone room, lit by candles. His wounds have been bandaged. The rot has been stopped again. He sits up slow. His whole body aches. Ilara sits in a chair by the door. You saved us, she says. 200 people live because of you. Peter rubs his face. How many soldiers did you lose? 15. They died holding the gate while you fought Finley. Peter closes his eyes. 15 people, 15 lives he could not save. I am sorry. Do not be. Without you, we would have lost everyone. You are a hero, Spider-Man. Peter does not feel like a hero. He feels tired, but he nods because that is what people need to see. The door opens. Jeren enters with the masked priest. Jeren carries a wooden box. He sets it on the table. Spider-Man, you have earned the gratitude of Redmayne Crossing. We are simple folk, but we pay our debts. Inside this box is a shard of a great rune. It belonged to a knight who died defending these walls. It may give you strength in the battles ahead. Peter opens the box. Inside is a glowing fragment of gold crystal. It pulses with light. He picks it up. Warmth spreads through his hand. The ache in his body fades slightly. He looks at Jeren. Thank you, but I did not fight for payment. I fought because it was right. Jeren nods. That is why we offer it. Use it well. The masked priest steps forward. Spider-Man, I am Scribe Leonis of the Golden Order. I serve the Two Fingers and the guidance of grace. You have done a great deed today, but I must ask you questions. Where do you come from? Who sent you? What god do you serve? Peter puts the rune shard back in the box. I come from a place called Earth. No one sent me. I came because I felt people needed help. I do not serve any god. I serve the people who cannot protect themselves. Leonis tilts his head. Impossible. All things serve something. The Erd Tree, the outer gods, the great runes. You cannot exist without a source. Peter stands. He is taller than the scribe. Then I guess I am impossible. Does that make me your enemy? And Leonis steps back. That depends. Will you obey the order of grace? Will you kneel to the Erd Tree's law? Peter thinks about Uncle Ben, about Aunt May, about every person he has saved because he chose to. I will help people, I will fight monsters, but I do not kneel to anyone. If your Erd Tree wants to help people, then we are on the same side. If it wants to control them, then we will have a problem. Leonis turns to Elara. You see, he admits his heresy openly. He must be bound and taken to Lendel for judgment. Elara does not move. He saved this town, Scribe. That earns him a chance to explain himself. Commander, the law is clear. Foreign power unchecked leads to calamity. The shattering happened because demigods rejected order. We cannot allow another. Bell rings once, twice, 3 times. The alarm. Elara runs to the window. Peter follows. Outside the sky is darkening, but not with night. A shadow spreads from the east. It moves like oil across the sky, and in that shadow, things are flying, big things with wings and too many limbs. Jeren bursts into the room. Monstrous crows. A flock of them. They come from the heart of Kaled. Something has stirred them. Peter looks at the shadow. His spider sense is screaming. Whatever is coming is worse than the Rot Hounds, worse than Finley. He can feel its hunger from here. How long do we have? Minutes, maybe less. Peter grabs the rune shard from the box. He crushes it in his hand. The crystal breaks and light floods into him. Power rushes through his veins. He gasps. It feels like fire and ice and lightning all at once. His wounds close. His strength doubles. But something else comes with it. A voice. Distant, cold. It whispers in a language he does not understand. Codex note. Great rune shards grant temporary power but bind the user to the Erd Tree's fading will. Peter shakes his head and the voice fades. He looks at Elara. Get everyone inside. Bar the doors. I will handle the crows. You cannot fight a flock alone. And to watch me. Peter runs. He bursts out of the hall and sprints up the stairs to the wall. Soldiers are already taking positions with bows. The shadow is closer now. Peter can see the crows. They are massive. Each one is the size of a car. Their feathers are black and red. Their beaks are long and curved. And they are covered in eyes. Too many eyes. The flock descends. Peter leaps to meet them. Act 2, the Blood Witch and the Price of Grace. Peter swings between the crows using pieces of broken wall as anchors. His webbing still dissolves against rot, but stone holds. He launches himself at the nearest crow and kicks it in the skull. Bone crunches. The crow spins and crashes into another. Both tumble toward the ground. 3 more dive at him. Peter's sense maps their attack. He twists mid-air, talons scrape past his ribs. He grabs a leg and uses the crow's momentum to swing himself onto its back. He punches down through feathers and bone. The crow shrieks and drops. Peter jumps to the next one. The flock is 30 strong. Peter cannot fight them all in the air. He needs to ground them. He drops back to the wall and waves his arms. Hey, over here! I am the one who killed your friends. The crows scream. They all turn toward him. They dive as one. Peter waits until they are close. Then he jumps straight up. The crows slam into the wall. Stone cracks, wood splinters. The crows tangle together in a heap of wings and fury. Peter lands among them. He moves like a storm. Every punch breaks a wing. Every kick shatters a beak. The crows try to surround him, but they are too big. They get in each other's way. Peter uses that. He throws one crow into another. He stomps on necks. He rips out feathers and blinds the eyes that cover their bodies. But they do not stop. Even with broken wings, they crawl toward him. Even blind, they snap at the air. Peter realizes these things are not animals. They are puppets. Something is controlling them. His spider sense flares. Peter looks up. High above the flock, something else is descending. It is bigger than the crows, much bigger. It has 4 wings and a body like a human woman, but its face is a mass of tentacles. Its eyes glow yellow. When it speaks, the voice comes from everywhere. "Oh, bold little spider, you fight well, but you do not belong here. This world is for the old gods and the children of grace. You are neither." Peter stands on a pile of dead crows. Blood drips from his fists. "Who are you?" "I am a handmaid of the formless mother. I am the one who whispers to blood. I am the one who drowns the faithful. You may call me Morana, and you will die here." Morana raises her hands. The blood on the ground rises. It forms shapes, blades, spears, chains. They hover in the air around her. Peter's sense is screaming. He cannot dodge this. There is too much blood. It is everywhere. He looks for cover. There is none. The blood weapons launch at him all at once. Then Peter moves. He leaps left. A blade cuts his leg. He rolls right. A spear pierces his shoulder. He tries to jump, but chains wrap around his ankles. He crashes down hard. More chains pin his arms. The blood weapons circle above him. Morana descends until she floats 10 feet away. Struggle if you wish. Blood always finds its way. That is the law of the mother. Peter pulls against the chains. They are strong, too strong. But he does not stop. He never stops. He thinks about Ben, about responsibility, about the promise he made, and he will not die here. Too many people need him. The rune shard's power surges. Peter feels it burning in his chest. He does not understand it, but he reaches for it anyway. The golden light explodes outward. The chains shatter. The blood weapons evaporate. Morana hisses and flies backward. Peter stands. He is glowing. Faint gold light leaks from his skin. It hurts. It feels like something is trying to rewrite him from the inside, but it gives him strength. He looks at Morana. "I do not care about your laws. I care about the people in that town. Leave them alone." Morana laughs. The sound is like breaking glass. "You use the Erd Tree's grace, but you reject its rule. Hypocrite, fool, you will burn yourself out." She raises her hands again. This time the blood comes from her own body. It pours from her palms in rivers. It forms a giant serpent that coils around her. The serpent's eyes glow. Its fangs are long as swords. Morana points at Peter. "Kill." The serpent lunges. Peter jumps. The serpent follows. Peter Wall runs up a broken tower. The serpent smashes through the stone. Peter leaps to another wall. The serpent is faster. It catches his leg and pulls him down. Peter hits the ground and the serpent coils around him. It squeezes. Peter's ribs creak. He cannot breathe. His vision darkens. He hears Morana laughing. He hears soldiers shouting. He hears Ilara screaming his name. But it all sounds distant. He is dying. The serpent squeezes tighter. Peter's thoughts scatter. Then he remembers. He is not alone. He has never been alone. Every person he saved is with him. Every life he protected, every promise he kept, they are all here, and they are all counting on him. Peter roars. The golden light explodes again. But this time it is different. This time it burns red, spider red. The light cuts through the serpent like a blade. The blood boils away. Morana screams. Peter breaks free and launches himself at her. He moves faster than he ever has. His fist connects with her face. Tentacles tear. She flies backward and crashes into the cliff. Peter does not stop. He hits her again and again. Each punch cracks stone. Each impact shakes the ground. Morana tries to form more weapons, but Peter is too fast. He grabs her throat and slams her into the ground. The earth splits. Morana chokes. "You are not possible." Peter leans close. His voice is cold. "I am a kid from Queens who got bit by a spider. I have fought gods and monsters, and I am still here. You are just another bully, and I am done with bullies." He raises his fist for the final blow, but then he stops. Morana is broken. She cannot fight anymore. Killing her now would not be justice. It would be revenge, and Peter Parker does not do revenge. He lets her go. Morana falls to the ground, gasping. Peter stands over her. "Leave. Tell your formless mother that this place is protected. If you come back, I will not be so kind." Morana stares at him with her yellow eyes. Then she laughs. Blood bubbles from her mouth. "No, mercy. How quaint, the mother will enjoy breaking you. She dissolves into mist and blows away on the wind. The remaining crows collapse. They were her puppets, and without her, they are just corpses. Peter falls to his knees. The golden light fades. He feels hollow. The power is gone. He is just Peter again, tired, bleeding, alive. Soldiers rush out from the town. They surround him. Some cheer, some kneel. Ilara pushes through the crowd and helps him stand. You glowed. You used grace. How? Peter shakes his head. I do not know. The rune shard did something. I felt it change me, but I am not sure what it means. Leonis appears. His silver mask gleams in the firelight. It means the Erd tree has touched you. Whether as blessing or curse remains to be seen. You must come to Lendel. The scholars must study you. The high priests must judge your worthiness. Peter wants to argue, but he is too tired. And maybe the scribe is right. Maybe someone in this world can explain what is happening to him, what the voice was, and what the power means. Fine, I will go, but only if you promise these people stay safe. Jeren steps forward. They will be safe. You have bought us time. The Rotlands will not march on us soon. We will use that time to build stronger walls, better weapons. We will survive. But Peter nods. That is all he can ask for. He lets Ilara lead him back to the stone room. They clean his wounds again. They give him water and bread. He eats without tasting. Then he sleeps. He dreams of blood serpents and yellow eyes. He dreams of a golden tree burning. He dreams of a voice calling his name. When he wakes, it is morning and the sun is red. A carriage waits outside. It is armored and pulled by 2 massive horses. Ilara and 10 soldiers will escort Peter to Lendo. Leonis will ride with them. Jeren stands at the gate to see them off. Spider-Man, you gave us hope. That is a rare gift in the lands between. Do not let the priests take it from you. Peter shakes his hand. I will do my best. They ride east. The journey will take 3 days. The land changes as they travel. The rot fades. Green grass appears. Trees with leaves. Rivers that run clear. Peter watches it all from the carriage window. Ilara sits across from him. Leonis sits beside her reading a book bound in gold. What is Lendel like? Peter asks. Ilara glances at Leonis before answering. It is the royal capital, the seat of the Golden Order. The Erd tree grows at its center. The city is beautiful and terrible. It is where laws are made and where heretics are burned. Peter's stomach tightens. And you think I am a heretic? Leonis looks up from his book. I think you are a mystery. Mysteries must be solved or destroyed. Which you are depends on what the scholars find. Peter looks out the window again. He misses home. He misses New York. He misses knowing the rules. Here, everything is gods and grace and orders he does not understand. But people are still people, and people still need help. That is enough. On the second day they pass through a forest. The trees are white and their leaves are silver. Ilara says this is the consecrated snowfield's edge. The Erd tree's light touches here. Nothing evil can survive. Peter feels the truth of it. His spider sense is quiet for the first time since he arrived. But then it comes back, strong, urgent. Peter sits up straight. Something is coming. Ilara draws her sword. Where? Above. They all look up. The sky is empty, but Peter's sense does not lie. Something is there, something fast, something that wants to hurt them. Then he sees it, a figure falling from the clouds. It wears black armor and carries a silver spear. It falls like a meteor. Peter throws the carriage door open and jumps out. The figure crashes down where the carriage was. The impact craters the road. Horses scream. Soldiers shout. Ilara yells orders. The figure stands. It is a knight, but not like Finley. This one is perfect. No rot, no rust, just gleaming black metal and cold purpose. The knight raises its spear and points at Peter. Spider-Man, the fingers have marked you. You are to be tested. Defend yourself. Peter lands in a crouch. Tested? I just saved a town. I killed a blood witch. What more do you want? The knight does not answer. It lunges. The spear moves faster than Peter can see. Only his spider sense saves him. He twists, and the spear cuts air where his chest was. He tries to counter, but the knight is already moving. It spins, and the spear sweeps his legs. Peter jumps. The knight follows. They clash in midair. Peter punches. The knight blocks with its gauntlet. The impact rings like a bell. Peter kicks. The knight catches his leg and throws him. Peter hits a tree hard enough to crack the trunk. He drops to the ground dizzy. The knight walks toward him slowly. Peter, you are fast, you are strong, but you rely on instinct. Instinct is animal. Grace is divine. You cannot win. Peter gets up. His ribs hurt. His head is spinning. But he has fought people faster than him before. He has fought people stronger than him before. He just needs to think. The knight attacks again. This time, Peter does not dodge. He steps inside the spear's reach and grabs the shaft. The knight tries to pull it away. Peter holds on. He uses the spear as leverage and swings himself up. His feet connect with the knight's helmet. The metal dents. The knight stumbles. Peter does not let go. He climbs the spear like a rope and wraps his legs around the knight's neck. He squeezes. The knight drops the spear and grabs at him. Peter locks his legs tighter. The knight slams him into the ground. Once, twice, Peter's vision whites out, but he does not let go. The knight falls to one knee. Peter feels it weakening. He squeezes harder. Then the knight speaks. Its voice is strained but calm. Enough, you pass. Peter lets go and rolls away. He lies on the ground, gasping. The knight stands and picks up its spear. It looks down at Peter. You fight with honor and cunning. You protect the weak. You show mercy to the defeated. These are the marks of a true warrior. The fingers will hear of this. Peter sits up slowly. Who are you? I am a black knife assassin. I serve the balance. You have upset that balance by existing. But you have also proven you are not a threat to the order. Not yet. Be wary, Spider-Man. Many will seek to use you. Many will seek to kill you. Trust only those who bleed for others as you do. The knight bows. Then it leaps into the air and vanishes into the clouds. Peter watches it go. His whole body hurts. Ilara helps him stand. That was a black knife. They only appear when the fingers command it. You were tested, and you survived. That is more than most can say. Peter limps back to the carriage. Leonis is pale. He stares at Peter with something like fear. The fingers tested you. That means they see potential in you. Or threat, perhaps both. Peter climbs into the carriage. No, I do not care what they see. I just want to help people. Is that so hard to understand? Leonis does not answer. They ride in silence for the rest of the day. That night they camp in a clearing. Peter sits by the fire. His wounds are bandaged, but they still ache. Ilara sits beside him. She hands him a bowl of stew. You should eat. You will need your strength in Lendel. Peter takes the bowl. What will they do to me there? They will ask you questions. They will test your faith. They will try to bind you to the Erd tree. If you refuse, they may imprison you, or worse. Peter eats slowly. The stew is bland but warm. What if I just leave? Go back to where I came from? Ilara shakes her head. You used the rune shard. You touched grace. You are bound to this world now. Leaving may kill you, or it may strand you between worlds forever. The scholars will know more. Peter finishes the stew. He stares into the fire. He thinks about Aunt May, about MJ, about Ned. He wonders if they are looking for him. He wonders if time moves the same in both worlds. He hopes they are okay. I did not ask for any of this, he says quietly. I just wanted to help. Ilara puts a hand on his shoulder. That is why you are dangerous. People who want power are predictable. People who want to help are not. You cannot be controlled, and the Order fears what it cannot control. Peter looks at her. What do you think I should do? Ilara smiles sadly. I think you should keep being who you are, even if it gets you killed. The lands between needs people like you. We have too many gods, and not enough heroes. Peter does not sleep that night. He sits by the fire and watches the stars. They are different here. Wrong constellations, wrong sky, but they are still beautiful. That is something. On the third day they reach Lendel. The city is carved into the side of a mountain. White stone towers rise hundreds of feet. Gold banners hang from every wall. And at the center, growing through the city itself, is the Erd tree. It is even bigger up close. Its trunk is wider than a skyscraper. Its branches cover the sky, but it is dying. Peter can see it. The leaves are falling. The bark is gray. The light it gives off is weak. The carriage passes through 3 gates. Each one is guarded by knights in golden armor. They stare at Peter as he passes, some with curiosity, some with hate. The carriage stops in a courtyard surrounded by tall buildings. Leonis steps out first. "We have arrived. Spider-Man, you will be taken to the Hall of Scholars. They will examine you. Do not resist. It will only make things worse." Peter steps out, his spider senses tingling, not danger, just tension. The air here is thick with it. Ilara walks beside him as they enter the largest building. Inside, the walls are covered in books. Tables hold maps and scrolls and instruments Peter does not recognize. Men and women in robes move between the tables. They stop when Peter enters. They stare. An old man in white robes approaches. His beard is long and his eyes are sharp. "So, the anomaly. I am Grand Scholar Corin. You will follow me." Peter follows. They walk through hallways lined with doors. Corin leads him to a room with a single chair in the center. Runes are carved into the floor around the chair. They glow faint gold. "Sit." Peter sits. Corin circles him slowly. "You bear no great rune, yet you used grace. You serve no god, yet you wield power. Explain." Peter takes a breath. "I am from another world. I came here through a device. I do not understand your grace or your runes. I just know I can help people. That is all I want to do." Corin stops in front of him. "Help, such a simple word, such a dangerous concept. Help according to whom? Help by whose rules? You think yourself noble, but you are chaos. You act without understanding consequence. You fight without knowing the enemy. You are a child playing with forces that could shatter this world further." Peter stands. He is taller than Corin. "I am not a child. I have saved my world more times than I can count. I have fought gods. I have died and come back. I know what I am doing." Corin does not flinch. "Then answer this. You saved Redmayne Crossing, but in doing so you drew the attention of the outer gods. Morana will return with greater force. The Formless Mother now knows of you. Your presence may doom the very people you sought to save. What do you say to that?" Peter's stomach drops. He had not thought of that. He was so focused on saving lives in the moment. But Corin is right. Morana will come back, and she will bring others. He has painted a target on that town. "Then I will go back. I will protect them." Corin shakes his head. "You cannot be everywhere. You are one man. The lands between is vast. Every action you take will ripple outward. You cannot save everyone. You must choose, and every choice will cost lives. Are you prepared for that?" Peter thinks about all the people he could not save, about Gwen, about Tony, about Ben. He thinks about the weight he carries every day, the responsibility. It never gets lighter, it never goes away, but he carries it anyway, because no one else will. "Yes, I am prepared. I will make the hard choices. I will live with the consequences, but I will never stop trying. That is who I am." Corin stares at him for a long time. Then he nods. "Perhaps you are not entirely foolish. Come, there is someone you must meet, someone who will decide what becomes of you." Act 3, The Grafted King and the Weight of Choice. Corin leads Peter through a passage that spirals down into the mountain. Torches light the way. The air grows cold. Peter's spider sense hums low and constant. After 10 minutes, they reach a massive door carved with images of fingers pointing upward. 2 knights stand guard. They bow to Corin and push the door open. Inside is a cathedral. The ceiling rises so high Peter cannot see the top. Columns of white stone hold up arches. At the far end is a throne, and on that throne sits something that might have been human once. It is wrapped in golden cloth. Its hands are visible. They are thin and pale, too many fingers on each hand. The thing on the throne does not move, does not breathe. But Peter feels its attention lock onto him like a weight. "Spider-Man," Corin says quietly, "you stand before an envoy of the 2 fingers. It speaks for the greater will. It judges who is worthy of grace. Kneel." Peter does not kneel. He stands straight and looks at the thing on the throne. "I mean no disrespect, but I do not kneel to anyone. If you want to judge me, then judge me standing." The air in the room goes cold. The envoy's fingers twitch. Then a voice fills Peter's head. It does not come through his ears. It comes from inside his skull. The words are clear, but they hurt. Defiance, how tiresome. You are a foreign element, a crack in the cosmic order. You should not exist here, yet you do. You have used grace. You have killed servants of outer gods. You have disrupted the balance. We could unmake you with the thought. Why should we not? Peter fights the urge to grab his head. The voice is like nails scraping bone, but he does not back down. Because I can help. Your world is dying. I can see it. The tree is sick. The land is broken. People are suffering. I can fight for them. I can make things better. Is that not what you want? The envoy is silent for a long moment. Then the voice returns, softer but no less terrible. Better? What is better? Order preserved through law, or chaos disguised as mercy? You claim to help, but you do not understand what you protect. This world is ending because it must. The age of grace is over. New gods rise, old gods return. The cycle continues. You are an anomaly that disrupts this cycle. You are dangerous. Peter clenches his fists. Then let me be dangerous. Let me fight the things that hurt people. You say the world is ending. I say it does not have to. Not like this. Not while people still live and hope and try. The envoy's fingers curl. The voice grows sharper. Hope, such a fragile thing. Very well, Spider-Man, we will test you further. You will face a reflection of your own power. If you survive, you may serve as a sanctioned blade of the Order. If you fail, you will be erased. Do you accept? Peter does not hesitate. I accept. The envoy raises one hand. The runes on the floor ignite with light. Peter feels the ground drop away. He falls into brightness. He hears Corin shouting, and then everything goes white. Peter hits stone hard. He rolls and comes up in a crouch. He is in an arena. The walls are smooth black rock. The sky above is red, and standing across from him is himself. Another Peter Parker. Same suit, same build, same face. But this Peter's eyes are empty, no light in them, no soul. The reflection speaks, its voice is flat. I am what you could become if you let power consume you. I am the spider without responsibility. Fight. The reflection attacks. It moves exactly like Peter. Same speed, same reflexes, same sense. They clash in the center of the arena. Fist meets fist, kick meets kick. Neither can land a hit. They are perfectly matched. Peter flips backward and tries to think. Fighting himself is impossible. Every move he knows his reflection knows. Every trick, every counter. He needs something the reflection does not have, something unique. Then he realizes the reflection is empty. It has no emotion, no drive. It fights because it was ordered to, but Peter fights because he chooses to. That is the difference. Peter stops dodging. The reflection's fist hits his jaw. Pain explodes. Peter staggers but does not fall. He takes another hit and another. The reflection does not understand. It keeps punching. Peter lets it. He feels his lips split, tastes blood, but he is learning. The reflection has no creativity. It only copies. It does not adapt. Peter waits for the pattern. The reflection throws a right hook. Peter ducks under it and drives his shoulder into the reflection's chest. The reflection stumbles. Peter does not give it time to recover. He hits it in the stomach, the ribs, the knee. He targets weak points. The reflection is not protected because Peter never protects them. He fights through pain. The reflection does not know how to do that. The reflection falls. Peter stands over it, breathing hard. The reflection looks up at him with those empty eyes. You won, but at what cost? You're bleeding, damaged. Was it worth it? Peter wipes blood from his mouth. Yes, because I chose to bleed. You did not get a choice. That is why I won. The reflection dissolves into smoke. The arena fades. Peter is back in the cathedral. He is on his knees. Corin is beside him, holding his shoulder. The envoy still sits on the throne. Its voice returns to Peter's mind. This time it is almost gentle. You have passed the second test. You understand sacrifice. You understand will. These are the foundations of grace. But one more trial awaits. You must face the corruption within. The rune shard has marked you. It whispers to you even now. You must prove you can resist its pull. Peter stands slowly. His whole body aches. Blood drips from his chin. What corruption? I feel fine. Corin shakes his head. You do not feel it because you are strong, but it is there. The rune shard bonds you to the Erd tree, and the Erd tree is dying. As it dies, it grows desperate. It will try to use you, to make you a tool. You must be strong enough to refuse. Peter closes his eyes. He focuses inward, and there it is, a golden thread wrapped around his heart. It pulses in time with his heartbeat. And along that thread he hears a voice, not the envoy, not the two fingers, something older, something vast. It speaks in whispers. Serve, obey, protect the order, burn the heretics, purge the rot, become the sword, become the light, give yourself to grace. Peter grabs the thread with his mind. He pulls. The voice grows louder, angrier. You dare resist? You are nothing without grace, nothing without the light. Submit or be destroyed? Peter pulls harder. The thread cuts into him. He feels warmth spreading through his chest. Not good warmth, burning warmth. The rune shard is trying to consume him, to hollow him out and fill the space with obedience. Peter grits his teeth. I am not yours. I am not anyone's. I choose who I help. I choose who I save. You do not get to decide for me. And he rips the thread free. Pain explodes through his body. He screams, falls to his knees. The golden light pours out of him like blood. It pools on the floor, then it fades. Peter collapses face down. He can hear his heart beating slow and weak. He wonders if he is dying. He wonders if this is what it feels like to lose. Then hands lift him. Corin's voice is urgent. He has severed the bond. The shard is gone. His grace is his own now. Quickly, we must stabilize him, or he will die. Peter feels liquid touch his lips. He drinks. It tastes like metal and flowers. Warmth spreads through him. Not burning warmth, healing warmth. His heart steadies, his breathing evens. He opens his eyes. Corin is holding a silver flask, the same kind Ilara gave him. Drink it all. You have done something very few can do. You have rejected the Erdtree's claim without dying. That makes you free, but freedom has a price. Peter drinks until the flask is empty. He sits up slowly. His chest feels hollow where the thread was. But the voice is gone. The whispers are gone. He is alone in his head again. What price? The envoy speaks. The voice is cold now. You have proven your will. But you have also rejected grace. You cannot use great runes. You cannot channel the Erdtree's power. You are alone, mortal, fragile, and yet you remain useful. You will serve as a blade in the dark. You will hunt those who threaten the order, not as a servant of grace, but as a contract warrior. Do this, and we will protect the places you have saved. Refuse, and we will leave them to the rot. Choose. Peter looks at Corin. The old scholar's face is sad. They are giving you a choice most never receive. Accept their terms and you can still help people. Refuse and you are an enemy of the order. You will be hunted until you die or flee this world. Peter thinks about Redmane Crossing, about Jeren and Ilara, about the families behind those walls. He thinks about all the people in this dying world who are just trying to survive. He cannot save everyone, but he can save some, and some is better than none. I accept, but I have terms too. I will hunt your enemies. I will protect the innocent, but I will not kill anyone who does not deserve it. I will not become an executioner, and if I think you are wrong, I will say so. Those are my rules. The envoy is silent, then it nods once. Acceptable. You will be given a mark. It will identify you as a sanctioned agent. You will receive assignments from Corin, complete them, and your protected places remain safe. Fail, and the contract ends. Do you understand? Peter stands. His legs shake, but he stays upright. I understand. When do I start? The envoy raises a hand. A symbol appears in the air. It is a spider inside a circle of golden light. The symbol burns itself into Peter's left palm. He gasps. The pain is sharp and quick. Then it fades. The mark remains. It glows faint gold. You start now. Go to Stormvale Castle. A false king sits on the throne. He grafts the bodies of tarnished warriors onto his own flesh. He is an abomination. End him. Bring proof of his death, and your first contract will be complete. Peter looks at his marked hand. Then he looks at the envoy. What is his name? Godric the Grafted. He was once a demigod. Now he is a monster. Show him no mercy. He deserves none. Corin takes Peter's arm. Come, you will need supplies, weapons, knowledge. I will provide what I can. They leave the cathedral. Peter does not look back at the envoy, but he feels its attention on him until the door closes. Corin leads him back up the spiral passage. They emerge into the Hall of Scholars. The sun is setting. Red light pours through the window. How long was I down there? 2 days. Time moves strangely in the presence of the envoy. You should rest before you travel. Peter shakes his head. I want to leave now. The sooner I complete this contract, the sooner I can protect more people. Corin studies him. You are driven, that is good. But even the driven must rest. You are mortal now. No grace to heal you, no room to strengthen you, just flesh and will. If you burn yourself out, you help no one. Peter knows Corin is right, but he also knows he cannot afford to wait. Every moment he delays is a moment Godric hurts someone. He has made his choice. Now he has to live with it. 1 hour. I will rest for 1 hour. Then I leave. Corin nods. 1 hour. I will have supplies ready. Codex note. Sanctioned agents bear the mark of divided loyalty, serving the order without grace, walking the edge between law and exile. Act 4. The Frenzied Flame and the Test of Will. Peter and Soren ride back to Lendl in a wagon. Peter's wounds are healing, but they still hurt. Every bump in the road makes him wince. Soren sits across from him, sharpening his swords. Neither speaks much. The silence is comfortable. On the third day, they see the Golden City rising ahead. The Erdtree looms over everything. Peter notices it looks worse than before. More leaves have fallen. The light is dimmer. The tree is dying faster. They enter through the main gate. Guards salute as they pass. Word has spread. Spider-Man killed Godric the Grafted. People whisper as the wagon rolls by. Some point, some bow. Peter does not like the attention. He just wants to report to Corin and rest. The wagon stops at the Hall of Scholars. Corin waits at the entrance. His face is grim. He helps Peter down from the wagon. You succeeded. Godric is dead. Stormvale is free. Well done. Peter hears something in Corin's voice. Something wrong. What happened? Corin glances at the soldiers nearby. Then he leans close. Come inside. There is much to discuss and little time. They walk through the hall. Scholars stop their work to stare. Peter follows Corin to a private chamber. Soren comes too. Corin closes the door and locks it. Then he turns to face them. While you were at Stormvale, something changed. The envoy received a vision from the Greater Will. A warning. There is a force moving in the north. Something old. Something that predates the Erdtree. It is called the Frenzied Flame. Peter sits down. His legs are tired. What is the Frenzied Flame? Corin walks to a bookshelf and pulls down a thick tome. He opens it to a page marked with ribbon. The page shows a drawing of an eye made of fire. The Frenzied Flame is chaos given form. It believes all life is suffering. It wants to burn everything, melt it all down into one formless mass. No more pain, no more struggle, no more anything, just silence and ash. Soren's face goes pale. I have heard stories. Villages burned, people driven mad, they claw out their own eyes, they sing while they burn. Is that the flame? Corin nods. Yes, and it is spreading. 3 villages in the northern reaches have fallen. The survivors speak of a prophet, a woman who preaches the flame's message. She converts people, turns them into fanatics. They burn themselves willingly. Peter feels cold. Why are you telling me this? Because the envoy wants you to stop her. The prophet's name is Shabriri. She was once a scholar here in Lendl. She studied the outer gods, but the flame corrupted her. Now she seeks to burn the world. You must find her, and you must kill her. Peter stands. I just killed Godric. My wounds are barely closed. I need time to recover. There is no time. Every day Shabriri lives is another village lost, another 100 people burned. The envoy has ordered your immediate deployment. You leave at dawn. Peter wants to argue, but he sees the look in Corin's eyes. This is not a request, this is an order, and Peter is bound by contract. Fine, I will go, but I want supplies, food, weapons, medicine, and I want a full briefing on Shabriri. Everything you know about her. Corin closes the book. You will have it all, but there is one more thing. Shabriri is not like Godric. She does not fight with swords or strength. She fights with words, with ideas. She makes you question everything. Many have gone to stop her. None have returned. Either they joined her or they died trying to resist. Peter feels his stomach tighten. You think I will join her? I think you are vulnerable to her message. You question authority. You reject absolute rule. You believe in choice. These are the cracks she will exploit. You must be strong. You must remember your purpose. Peter looks at his marked hand. My purpose is to help people. That has not changed. Good. Hold on to that. You will need it. Corin gives Peter a room to rest, but Peter cannot sleep. His mind races. He thinks about what Corin said, about Shabriri's message, about chaos and burning. He does not understand how anyone could want to destroy everything, but he has learned that people believe strange things when they are in pain. At midnight, someone knocks. Peter opens the door. Ilara stands outside. She looks different, tired, older. Here, I heard you are going north to face Shabriri. Peter nods. The envoy ordered it. I have no choice. Ilara steps inside and closes the door. There is always a choice. You could run. You could refuse. They would hunt you, but you might escape. And leave Shabriri to burn more villages? I cannot do that. Ilara sits on the bed. I know, that is why I came. To warn you, I met Shabriri once, before she fell. She was brilliant, kind, she cared about people. But she saw too much suffering. She studied the gods and saw how they use mortals as pawns. It broke her. She decided the only way to end suffering was to end everything. Peter sits beside her. How do I fight someone like that? You do not fight her with fists, you fight her with conviction. She will offer you an end to pain, an end to responsibility, an end to loss. You must be able to say no even when part of you wants to say yes. Peter thinks about Uncle Ben, about Tony Stark, about every person he has failed to save, the weight he carries every day. Would he give that up? Would he burn it all away if he could? No, the weight is part of him. It makes him who he is. Without it, he is just a kid with powers. With it, he is Spider-Man. I can say no. Ilara stands. I hope so, because if you fall to the flame, the world falls with you. You are stronger than you know, Spider-Man. Shabriri will see that. She will want you. Do not let her have you. She leaves. Peter lies down but does not sleep. He watches the ceiling and thinks about fire. Dawn comes too fast. Peter meets Soren and Corin in the courtyard. A horse waits for him. Peter has never ridden a horse. Soren shows him how. It takes 3 tries before Peter can stay on without falling. You are terrible at this, Soren says. I usually swing on webs. This is different. They ride north. The land changes. Green fades to brown. Trees become sparse. The air grows cold. After 2 days, they reach the edge of the burned lands. The ground is black. Ash covers everything. The smell is awful, like burned meat and hair. They find the first village at sunset, or what is left of it. The buildings are gone. Just charred foundations remain. Bodies lie in the streets. Burned beyond recognition, Peter dismounts and walks among the dead. His hands shake. This is worse than the rot, worse than Godric. This is deliberate. This is evil. They burned willingly, Soren says quietly. See their faces. They are smiling. Peter looks. Soren is right. The corpses smile, like they were happy to die. Peter feels sick. Why would anyone choose this? Because Shabriri promised them peace, and they believed her. They camp outside the village. Neither can stand to stay among the dead. Peter sits by the fire and stares into the flames. He thinks about peace, about what it means. Is death peaceful, or is it just nothing? His spider sense flares. Peter jumps to his feet. Soren draws his swords. Out of the darkness, a figure approaches. It is a woman. She wears ragged robes. Her hair is wild. Her eyes glow yellow. She walks right up to the fire and sits down. Hello, Spider-Man. I have been waiting for you. Peter does not relax, his senses screaming. Who are you? I am Shabriri. I am the voice of the flame, and I am here to save you. Peter draws his sword. You burned those people. You are a murderer. Shabriri smiles. It is a sad smile. I freed those people. They suffered under the gods, under the Erd Tree, under the endless cycle of death and rebirth. I gave them an end. Is that not mercy? Mercy is helping people live better lives, not killing them. Is it? Tell me, Spider-Man, how many people have you saved? Hundreds, thousands? And how many of them suffered again after you left? How many died later? How many wished you had let them die the first time? Peter's grip tightens on his sword. That is not the same thing. Is it not? You save people so they can suffer more. I save people by ending their suffering forever. Which of us is truly kind? Soren moves to strike. Shabriri raises a hand. Fire explodes from her palm. Soren flies backward and hits a tree. He does not get up. Peter is alone with her. Your friend will live. I do not wish to hurt him. I only wish to talk to you. Will you listen? Peter looks at Soren's still form, then at Shabriri. I will listen, but I will not join you. We will see. Come, walk with me. She stands and walks into the burned village. Peter follows. His sense is still screaming, but he ignores it. He needs to understand her, needs to know what he is fighting. Shabriri stops in the center of the village. She spreads her arms. Look at this place. It was called Haven's Rest. 30 families lived here. They farmed. They prayed to the Erd Tree. They obeyed the Golden Order. And what did it give them? The rot came. It killed half the village. The survivors begged the Order for help. No help came. They begged the Erd Tree for grace. No grace came, so I came instead. I offered them a choice, burn and be free, or live and suffer more. They chose the flame. Peter looks at the bodies. You manipulated them. They were desperate. I showed them the truth. The gods do not care about us. The Erd Tree is dying. The Order is crumbling. All that remains is suffering. The flame offers an end. Is that not better than false hope? Peter thinks about all the people he has saved. About Aunt May telling him that hope is not false if you fight for it. About Tony Stark snapping his fingers to save everyone. No, it is not better, because hope is real, change is real, things can get better if we work to make them better. Giving up is easy, fighting is hard, but fighting is right. Shabriri steps closer, her eyes burn brighter. You are tired, Spider-Man, I can see it, the weight you carry is crushing you. How long can you keep saving people? How long until you break? The flame can take that weight away. No more responsibility, no more guilt, no more pain, just peace. For a moment, Peter feels the pull, the temptation. It would be so easy to let go, to stop fighting, to rest. But then he sees Ben's face, hears his voice. With great power comes great responsibility. That is not a burden, that is a gift, because it means Peter can make a difference, can help people, can be a hero. I will carry the weight until I die, because that is what heroes do. We do not give up, we do not quit, we stand between people and the dark. That is who I am. Shabriri's smile fades. Then you are a fool. But you are a strong fool. I can use that. She raises both hands. Fire pours from them. It does not burn red or orange. It burns yellow, the color of madness. Peter dodges, but the fire is everywhere. It wraps around him like chains. He screams. The fire does not burn his skin. It burns his mind. Images flood Peter's thoughts. He sees Uncle Ben dying, sees Gwen falling, sees Tony's funeral, sees Aunt May crying, sees every person he failed to save, every mistake, every loss. The pain is unbearable. Peter falls to his knees. Shabriri's voice echoes in his head. See, this is your life, an endless parade of loss. Join the flame and it all ends. No more pain, no more guilt, just silence. Peter wants to give in, wants the pain to stop, but then he remembers something. Pain means he cared, loss means he loved, guilt means he tried. These things make him human, make him real. If he burns them away, he burns away himself. Peter stands. The fire still burns, but he pushes through it. He walks toward Shabriri step by step. She looks surprised. Impossible, no one resists the flame's touch. Peter reaches her. His hand closes around her throat. I am not no one. I am Spider-Man, and you are done hurting people. He pulls her close. The fire intensifies. It shows him worse things. Shows him Aunt May dying. Shows him MJ forgetting him. Shows him a world where he never became a hero. The pain is so great Peter cannot breathe, but he does not let go. You cannot win, Shabriri chokes. The flame is eternal. It will outlast you, outlast everything. Maybe, but it will not outlast me today. Peter drives his fist into her chest. The impact breaks ribs. Shabriri gasps. The fire flickers. Peter hits her again. The fire dies. He hits her a third time. She falls to the ground. The yellow light fades from her eyes. She looks up at him, and for a moment she is just a woman. Scared, alone. Why? She whispers. Why fight so hard for a world that only brings pain? Peter kneels beside her. Because pain means we are alive, and being alive means we can make things better. You gave up, I never will. Shabriri closes her eyes. Then you will suffer forever. I know, but I will suffer trying. That is enough. She dies. The flame leaves her body like smoke. It rises into the air and disappears. Peter sits back. He is shaking. The visions are fading, but the memory remains. Every loss, every failure, all of it real, all of it his. Soren stumbles over. His face is bruised, but he is alive. You beat her. You resisted the flame. How? Peter stands slowly. I remembered why I fight, why I bleed. It is not about winning, it is about not giving up. Soren looks at Shabriri's body. What do we do with her? We bury her. She was a person once. She deserves that much. They dig a grave in the burned earth. They lay Shabriri inside. Peter says no words. There are no words for someone who chose to burn the world, but he feels sad anyway because she could have been someone who helped people. Instead, she became someone who ended them. They ride back to Lendel. The journey takes 4 days. Peter does not speak much. His mind is still processing what happened, what he saw, what he felt. The flame showed him his worst fears, and he survived, but the scars remain. When they reach the city, Corin is waiting. Shabriri is dead. The flame has retreated. You completed your contract. The envoy wishes to see you. Peter follows Corin down into the mountain. Down to the cathedral, the envoy sits on its throne. Its many fingers twitch as Peter enters. The voice fills his head. Spider-Man, you have passed the 3rd trial. You resisted the flame's call. You proved your will is unbreakable, but now you face the final choice, the choice that will define what you become in this world. Peter stands before the throne. What choice? The choice of service. You have fulfilled 3 contracts. You have proven yourself. Now we offer you 3 paths. Listen carefully. The room darkens. 3 visions appear in the air. Peter can see them clearly. The 3 paths and the narrow way. The first vision shows Peter standing in a circle of golden light. The light lifts him up. He floats into the sky. He sees the breach device activating. He sees himself stepping through, returning home, back to New York, back to Aunt May and MJ and Ned. But as he watches, the vision flickers. His friends look at him confused. They do not recognize him. He is fading from their memories. The price of leaving. He will go home, but no one will remember he existed. The envoy speaks. The first path, return. You leave the lands between. You go back to your world. But grace has marked you. The transition will erase you from the memories of those you love, and you will be alone, a ghost in your own life. This is the price of breaking a bond, forged in divine energy. Peter's heart breaks. To go home but lose everyone, to be forgotten, it is worse than dying. The second vision shows Peter walking alone. He wears no armor, carries no banner. He travels the lands between as a wanderer. He helps people where he finds them, saves villages, fights monsters. But there is no protection, no support. The Order does not help him. The gods do not notice him. He is alone against everything. And in the vision he is older, scarred, exhausted. He fights until he cannot fight anymore. Then he falls. And no one remembers his name. The second path, free agent. You reject the contract. You reject the order. You serve only your own conscience. You are free to act as you wish, but you have no allies, no resources, no grace. You will fight alone until you die alone. And when you fall, the world will forget you ever tried. Peter watches himself die in the vision, watches his body lie unburied. It is a hard path, a lonely path, but at least he would be free. The third vision shows Peter kneeling before the Erd tree. Golden light pours into him. He stands and his suit changes. The red and blue fade. Gold and white replace them. A spider symbol remains, but it is wrapped in branches. He becomes something new, a sanctioned champion of the Order. He has power, authority. Armies follow him. He saves thousands, but his face changes, becomes harder, colder. He makes choices that hurt him. Kills people the Order names as heretics, becomes a weapon, and in the vision's end, he stands atop a mountain of corpses, victorious but hollow. The third path, sanctioned servant. You fully join the Golden Order. You become our blade, our judgment. We grant you grace, we grant you power, we grant you authority to act in our name. You save more people than you could alone, but you serve our law. You enforce our will. You become what we need you to be. Your freedom is the price, but countless lives are saved. The visions fade. Peter stands in darkness. The envoy's voice is patient. 3 paths, 1 choice. What will you be, Spider-Man? Ghost, wanderer, or weapon? Decide now. There will be no second chance. Peter's mind races. He thinks about each path. Going home means losing everyone he loves. Being a wanderer means dying alone. Being a servant means losing himself. All 3 paths hurt. All 3 cost something precious. But then Peter realizes something. The choice is not about what he loses. It is about what he protects and what he saves, what he stands for. He thinks about Ben, about responsibility, about the promise he made to always help people. That promise does not change based on what world he is in. It does not change based on who remembers him. It is simply who he is. Peter looks up at the envoy. I choose the 3rd path, but with conditions. The envoy's fingers stop moving. You dare to negotiate? Yes, I will serve the order. I will be your blade. I will enforce your law. But only when that law protects innocent people. If you order me to kill someone who does not deserve it, I will refuse. If you order me to hurt people to maintain power, I will refuse. I will judge every order you give me. And if I think it is wrong, I will say so. Those are my terms. The silence stretches. Peter can feel the envoy's anger, its power. It could crush him, erase him, but it does not. Finally the voice returns, colder than before. You ask for power and freedom. You cannot have both. I am not asking for freedom. I am asking for conscience. You want me to save people. I will save people, but I will not become a monster to do it. If you cannot accept that, then kill me now, because I will not change. More silence. Then the envoy laughs. It is a terrible sound, like grinding stone. Very well. You will be our sanctioned champion, but you will walk a narrow line. One mistake, one refusal that costs innocent lives, and your contract ends. You will be exiled, hunted, destroyed. Do you understand? Peter nods. I understand and I accept. The envoy raises all its hands. Golden light explodes from its fingers. The light slams into Peter. He screams. It feels like being unmade and remade at once. His suit burns away. New cloth wraps around him, gold and white with red web patterns. The spider symbol on his chest changes. Branches grow around it. His mask reforms. Gold edges frame the eyes. Power floods into him, not the Erdtree's grace, something different, something that is his, but enhanced. His strength doubles, his speed increases, his spider sense becomes sharper. He can feel life around him. Every person in the city, every soldier on the walls, he is connected to them all. Then the pain comes. A mark burns into his back, right between his shoulder blades. The spider and the tree together, fused, bound. Peter gasps and falls to his knees. The envoy's voice is almost gentle. Ista, you are reborn, champion of the narrow path. You serve order but keep your conscience. This has never been granted before. Do not make us regret it. The light fades. Peter stands slowly. He looks at his hands. They glow faint gold. The mark on his palm is brighter now. He feels different, stronger, but still himself, still Peter Parker. What now? Now you prove yourself. The lands between face a great threat. To the far south a demigod has risen from slumber. Malenia, blade of Miquella, she brings the scarlet rot in waves. Entire regions fall to her plague. The order cannot stop her. We need you to try. Peter's stomach drops. Another demigod, another impossible fight, but he chose this. He made a promise. I will go, but I need time to prepare. I need to learn about her. I need allies. You will have both. Corin will brief you, and you will not go alone. The door behind Peter opens. He turns. Ilara walks in. She wears new armor, gold and white, the same colors as Peter's suit. She bows to the envoy, then looks at Peter. I volunteered. You saved Redmayne Crossing. You saved Stormvale. You will need someone who knows this world, someone who can fight. I am that person. Peter smiles. It is the first time he has smiled in days. Thank you. Soren enters next, then 5 other warriors, all wearing the same colors, all marked like Peter. The envoy speaks once more. Your company, the Order's finest, they will follow you into battle, they will protect you, and if necessary, they will die for you. Use them well. Peter looks at each face. These people are trusting him, following him. He cannot let them down. I will. Corin steps forward. Come, we have much to discuss. Malenia is not like Godric or Shabriri. She is one of the strongest beings in this world. Even the Order fears her. This will be your greatest test. They leave the cathedral. Peter walks beside Ilara. The new suit feels strange, but good. The power in his veins is intoxicating. But he remembers Corin's warning. Do not let power consume you. Stay who you are. They spend 3 days preparing. Corin teaches Peter about Malenia. She is a warrior goddess, undefeated in battle. She wields a blade taller than a man. Her body is infected with rot, but she controls it, uses it as a weapon. She can kill with a touch, spread plague with a whisper. She serves her brother Miquella, who sleeps in a hidden place. She will do anything to protect him. Peter studies maps, reads reports, talks with survivors. Every story is the same. Malenia appears. She challenges the strongest warrior. She defeats them. Then she leaves. The rot spreads behind her like a shadow. Hundreds die, thousands. The Order cannot stop her because she is too fast, too strong, too skilled. But Peter notices something. Malenia never attacks civilians. She only fights warriors. She is looking for something or someone. Peter asks Corin about it, though. She seeks a worthy opponent, someone who can match her. She wants to die in battle, to fall to someone strong. That is her only wish, but no one is strong enough. Peter thinks about that, about someone who wants to die but cannot, about being so powerful that life becomes lonely. He almost feels sorry for her. On the 4th day they ride south. Peter's company is 7 strong. Ilara, Soren, 3 knights named Kale, Lyra, and Dern, a healer named Mira, and a scout named Finn. They are all experienced, all deadly. Peter hopes it is enough. They travel for a week. The land changes. Green becomes red. The rot spreads everywhere. Dead trees, poisoned rivers. The air is thick and hard to breathe. Mira gives everyone cloth to cover their faces. It helps, but not much. They find Malenia in a valley surrounded by dead soldiers. She sits on a stone throne in the center. Her armor is gold and red. Her blade rests across her lap. She wears a helmet that covers her eyes. But Peter can feel her gaze on him. You are the one they call Spider-Man, the champion of the narrow path. I have heard of you. Peter dismounts. He walks forward alone. His company stays back. I am, and you are Malenia, the blade of Miquella. I am. Have you come to challenge me? I have come to stop you, to end the rot, to save the people you have hurt. Malenia stands. She is tall, almost 7 feet. Her blade rises with her. It gleams in the red light. Many have tried, all have failed. You will be no different. Maybe, but I have to try. Malenia tilts her head. Why? You are not of this world. You owe these people nothing. Why do you fight? Peter thinks about the question, about why he does what he does. The answer is simple. Because no one else will, because I can, because it is right. Malenia is quiet for a moment, then she laughs. It is not a cruel laugh. It is almost sad. You remind me of my brother. He wanted to help everyone too, but the world broke him. It will break you as well. Then it breaks me, but I still try. Malenia nods slowly and, very well, I will grant you a warrior's death. Defend yourself. She moves. Faster than Peter can see, his spider sense is the only thing that saves him. He dodges left. Her blade cuts the ground where he stood. The impact creates a crater. Peter rolls and comes up swinging. His fist connects with her armor. The metal dents. Malenia slides back 10 feet. You are strong. Good. I have not had a real fight in months. She attacks again. This time Peter is ready. They clash in the center of the valley. Blade meets fist. Speed meets sense. They move so fast Peter's company cannot follow. Just blurs of gold and red. Malenia is better than anyone Peter has fought. Better than Godric. Better than the Black Knife. Every strike is perfect. Every movement is precise. She does not waste energy, does not make mistakes. Peter is faster, but she is smarter. She predicts his moves, counters them, forces him back. A blade cuts Peter's shoulder. Blood sprays. The rot enters the wound immediately. Peter feels it spreading. His arm goes numb. He stumbles. Malenia does not press. She waits. The rot has you. You have minutes before it reaches your heart. Yield and I will make your death quick. Peter grits his teeth. He reaches for the golden power the envoy gave him. It rises like a flood. He directs it to the wound. The gold burns away the rot. The numbness fades. His arm works again. Malenia actually looks surprised. Interesting. You can purge the rot. That is rare. Perhaps you will be a worthy fight after all. They clash again. This time Peter is more careful. He cannot afford another wound. He uses his speed, his agility. He wall runs on the valley cliffs. He swings from stone outcroppings. He attacks from angles Malenia does not expect. But she adapts. She learns his patterns, and then she does something Peter does not see coming. She lets him hit her. His fist drives into her chest. Her armor cracks, but she does not fall. She grabs his arm, pulls him close, and speaks a single word. Bloom! Rot explodes from her body, a massive wave of red fungus and spores. It spreads in all directions. Peter is caught in the center. He cannot breathe, cannot see. The rot covers him completely. He falls to the ground, choking. His skin burns. His lungs scream. He is dying. Then he hears a voice. Not the envoy, not the Erd tree. This voice is younger, kinder. You fight for others, that is noble, but you must also fight for yourself. Do not let duty become martyrdom. Live, Spider-Man. The world needs you. Peter does not know who speaks, but the voice gives him strength. He reaches deep inside, finds the core of who he is. Not the power the envoy gave him, not grace or runes or magic, just Peter Parker, the kid from Queens who refuses to quit. He stands. The rot still covers him, but he pushes through it. Step by step, he walks toward Malenia. She sees him coming. She raises her blade. Impossible! No one survives the bloom. Peter's voice is hoarse. I do not survive. I endure. There is a difference. He reaches her, grabs her blade with his bare hands. The metal cuts deep. Blood runs down his arms, but he holds on. Malenia tries to pull the blade free. Peter does not let go. He pulls her close, and he speaks quietly, so only she can hear. You want to die. I can see it. You are tired. The rot is killing you from the inside. You fight because you do not know how to stop. But dying in battle is not peace. It is just another fight. Let me help you. Let me find another way. Malenia freezes. Her hands shake on the blade. There is no other way. The rot is eternal. I am eternal. I will fight until someone strong enough ends me. That is my fate. Fate is not fixed. I have changed fate before. Let me try. Malenia stares at him through her helmet, then slowly she releases the blade. She steps back. The rot around them fades. Peter collapses to his knees. His hands are ruined. His body is covered in fungus, but he is alive. Malenia sits down on her throne. She removes her helmet. Her face is beautiful but scarred. One eye is missing, replaced by a red flower growing from the socket. She looks tired, so very tired. Why do you care? You do not know me. Peter coughs. Blood comes up. I care because everyone deserves help. Even warriors, even gods, everyone. Malenia closes her good eye. My brother Miquella tried to help me. He created a needle, a tool to halt the rot, but it was lost, stolen. Without it, I am doomed, and I will doom everyone around me. Peter looks at her. Then we find the needle, we get it back, we stop the rot. It is in the hands of a dragon, Dragon Lord Placidusac. He guards it in a place beyond time. No one can reach him. Then I will reach him. Tell me how. Malenia opens her eye. She studies Peter like he is a puzzle. You would do this? Risk everything to save someone you just met, someone who tried to kill you. Yes, because that is what heroes do. Malenia is quiet for a long time, then she nods. Very well, I will tell you. But know this, if you fail, the rot will consume me completely. I will become a goddess of plague. I will burn this world to ash. That blood will be on your hands. Peter meets her gaze. Then I will not fail. Ilara and the others rush forward. Mira immediately begins treating Peter's wounds. Soren stares at Malenia with his hand on his sword. You let her live? She has killed thousands. Peter winces as Mira wraps his hands. She did not choose the rot, it was forced on her, and she has information we need. We are going to cure her. Kale laughs. Cure a demigod? That is impossible. Peter looks at his company, at their doubtful faces. I have done impossible things before. We are doing this. If anyone wants to leave, you can. I will not force you. No one moves, Elara smiled. We are with you, even when you are being an idiot. Peter smiles back, then he turns to Malenia. Tell me everything. They make camp in the valley. Malenia sits apart from the group. She is not a prisoner, but she is not free either. She tells Peter about the needle, about Miquella, about the dragon beyond time. It is a long story, a sad story. By the end, Peter understands her better. She is not a monster, she is a victim, and she has been fighting alone for so long. That night, Peter sits by the fire. His hands are bandaged, his body aches. But his mind is clear. He made the right choice. He can feel it. Torn down. The black knife assassin appears in the shadows. Peter is not surprised. You were tested for the final time, and you passed. You chose mercy over vengeance, compassion over duty. You are ready. Peter looks at the assassin. Ready for what? To change this world. The envoy does not see it yet, but you are not their weapon. You are the spark that will light a new age. An age where gods and mortals stand together, where power serves people instead of ruling them. You will not live to see it, but you will start it. Gazu. The assassin kneels. I was sent to test you, but now I serve you. When you need me, I will come. Until then, I watch and I wait. The assassin fades. Peter stares at the empty space. He does not understand everything that was said, but he feels the weight of it. He is part of something bigger now, something that will outlast him. He lies down and sleeps. For the first time since he arrived in the lands between, he dreams of home, and in the dream Aunt May smiles and tells him she is proud. That is enough. 3 months later, Peter stands on a mountain peak. Below him the lands between stretches out. Green is returning to some regions, the rot recedes in others. It is slow, but it is happening. Beside him stands Malenia. The needle was recovered. The dragon was convinced to return it. Peter will not talk about that fight. It was the hardest thing he has ever done, but he succeeded. The needle now rests in Malenia's chest. The rot is contained, not cured, but controlled. She is different now, quieter, kinder. She helps people instead of challenging them. She has become Peter's strongest ally. Together, they have saved dozens of villages, stopped 3 demigod warbands, brought peace to regions that have only known war. Elara walks up. She carries a message. The envoy summons you. They have another contract. Peter takes the message. He reads it. Then he hands it to Malenia. They want us to kill a prophet who speaks against the order. He says the gods have failed, that mortals should rule themselves. Malenia raises an eyebrow. And? Peter crumples the message. And I'm going to refuse. The envoy wants me to be their blade, but I am my own person. If this prophet is hurting people, I will stop him. If he is just speaking truth, I will protect him. Elara looks worried. That breaks your contract. They will exile you, hunt you. Peter shrugs. Then they hunt me. I did not come to this world to serve gods. I came to help people, and I will keep helping them, no matter who tells me to stop. Soren appears. Then Kale, Lyra, Dern, Mira, and Finn, his whole company. They stand with him. We are with you, Soren says, contract or not. Peter looks at them. His throat tightens. He has a family here, a team, people who believe in him. Thank you, all of you. They walk down the mountain together, toward Lendl, toward the envoy, toward whatever comes next. Peter knows it will be hard. The Order will not forgive this, but he made his choice, and he will live with it. As they walk, the sun rises. Golden light spreads across the land. The Erd tree glows brighter. And for just a moment, Peter feels hope, real hope, that things can get better, that people can change, that even in a dying world there is still a chance. He thinks about Uncle Ben, about the promise, about responsibility. He carries it all with him, but now he is not alone. He has friends, allies, a purpose. Peter Parker, the Spider-Man of Queens, has become the champion of the narrow path, protector of the lands between, and his story is just beginning. In Redmayne Crossing, A child draws on a wall. She draws a spider surrounded by golden light. Above it she writes 2 words in shaky letters, "He came." In Stormvale, a statue is raised, a figure in gold and white with a spider symbol. People leave flowers at its base. They pray for protection, for hope. In Lendel, the envoy sits on its throne. Its many fingers drum against the armrests. It speaks to Corin. The spider has refused us. He walks his own path now. What should we do? Corin thinks carefully before answering. Nothing. Let him go. He will do more good free than he ever did bound. And perhaps he will teach us something about mercy, about change, about what it means to truly help people. The envoy is silent, then slowly it nods. Perhaps, or perhaps he will die and be forgotten like all the others. Time will tell. But Corin smiles, because he knows better. Peter Parker is not like the others. He is something new, something the lands between has never seen, a hero who fights not for glory or power or duty, but because it is right. And that kind of hero never truly dies. They live on in the people they save, in the changes they make, in the hope they give. The Erd tree's light grows stronger, new leaves begin to sprout, the rot continues to fade, the lands between is healing, slowly but surely. And somewhere in the distance a figure swings between towers on golden webs, laughing as he falls, trusting that he will catch himself because that is what Spider-Man does. He falls and he rises again and again, forever.